honey for sale around. He runs Payne's beehives, and of 500 hives, he only lost 2.5% of his hives this year, which is a really low number. You might often expect to sort of lose, 20% might be a reasonable number. 30, 40, 50 would be big. 20 wouldn't be a big number to lose, 20%, and he only lost 2.5%. And he was putting that down to the fact it was quite a dry. The cold's fine in Scandinavia. They're fine. They cuddle into a big ball and they buzz, obviously using the honey they've stored. And the ones on the outside, as they chill a little bit, they go inside. It's like you say, those penguins, exactly the same. They kind of keep each other warm by buzzing. Now I need to.
So do you think they change places as well?
Yeah, for sure. That's what they say. There's one. I saw them, got some great pictures from 2 winters ago with the snow, and obviously you can't open them in the winter because the cold, all the heat disappears. But they're in there because there was thick snow on top, and the snow had a little melt dip in the middle. So you knew that the heat was all there. It's a great way to look inside the hive.
What about
a little swarm in my back garden, in Maida Vale actually.
Really?
Oh yeah, they've got wild colonies there.
Yeah.
Now
they're quite rare now. They're wild ones.
Yeah, I mean, you hear people say there are none. Yeah. That's rubbish. Yeah. There are some. There's 2 in Maida Vale I know of,
really?
alone. Yeah. So what we do first of all is we're just in the smoke. One of the innovations of beekeeping over the last 50 years has been, rather than having solid floors, there are mesh floors underneath. And this keeps the hive much better ventilated. And the ventilation very much improves the disease control. So I'll leave a few minutes just for the smoke to get down. It's basically the way that modern beekeepers keep hives is they have a bottom bit, largely, this isn't exclusively, but most beekeepers, the bottom bit here is where the queen is, and she lays her eggs, and she'll raise the larvae, and in between, I've got an orange one. These are rubbish. If you don't get one of these. Most of them are wooden. And this plastic thing is a queen excluder, and that keeps the queen down here because she's a bit bigger. So up here you don't get any eggs, and you just get honey at the top. So it lets you manage them a bit better. So why don't we take out one of these honey supers to start with. One of them is quite full. I shouldn't really have that on actually. I don't really need to look through this. This is just for your benefit. So you see that for your benefit again. I will do that. Okay. This should be fine. I'll bring it over. I won't come too close. This is uncapped honey. So when I put this frame in a few weeks ago, the wood was as it was, and there was just one thin sheet of wax in the middle. And what they've done, they've drawn out the comb, they've generated this from their wax gland, or the comb here, made long tubes as you see, and they've stored all the honey. So they're glistening. Can you see the glistening there? Yeah. Glistening. And these girls, you see, they're very, very calm. Partly they're a calmer strain, these girls, and partly they've been encouraged to eat the honey because of the smoke. And when that's completely full, what they do is they use heat to evaporate more moisture, and when the moisture level gets down below 20%, then bacteria can no longer survive in the honey. And so when it's ready, when the water level is low enough, and it's super, super sugary, they cap it over, and they'll move on to another frame. So this box, it should be full of honey, but because they're swarmed, I think, which is bad on my part, I shouldn't have let them do that, I should have taken steps to stop that. It means that a lot of bees aren't here anymore, and it means the honey production is not as good as it should be. Never mind. Good for the bees, bad for me. That's okay, I guess. I won't take too many of these out. You really shouldn't use too much smoke, I don't really like it. And these plastic things are just rubbish, so... okay, today. Usually they ping around, the bees get really annoyed. This is a special deep brood I'm trying out. Usually the brood frames are about this height, but this is a special deep one, which is working out, I think, very nicely. I like it. The problem is the lack of compatibility with my other hive. That means I can't really switch as I'd like to. This one here is really heavy. I'm sorry you can't feel it. You see on this side here, in the top left, that's sealed honey. So, although they should be storing the honey, they should be storing the honey in the top box, they're actually storing a lot of it in the bottom box too, and that's good news if they store it down there, because it means in the winter time, when I calculate how much honey they've got, yeah, they're getting annoyed now, I can leave it all down there and take all the top boxes off, which is good news. Try to be brief now, guys. When I'm inspecting here, I'm looking for okay, so in the middle here, you might see the frame is different colours. Yeah. That's brood that's been sealed over. And the colour tells me it's probably been sealed within the last 3 to 5 days. It's not too dark yet. And what I'm looking for is clues to what's going on. Come back. Trying to get a male bee out for you. So they don't sting, so I can give on. If I can find a drone, I'll bring it over, so they don't sting, you can play with it. What I really want to find now are some eggs, which indicate there's a queen in here, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find any. I'm pretty sure this colony is queenless right now. Can anyone see that at all? The long thing at the bottom. There's a queen larvae in there. That surprised me. I thought that was gone by now. She might be about to hatch. I don't want to risk it, but I think if I broke it open, it might be a reggy queen. But I don't want to risk it because I don't want to knock the colony about too much. If you can help me count, please. That's 1. When I get home, I've got my records to keep. Right, you might see this bee here is much bigger than a normal honeybee, and that's a male. You can pick him up if you want. You can't sting it, he's got no sting.
No sting.
No sting, the male bees. They're quite docile, and they're very loud when they, you know the phrase droning on. They're very loud when they fly. Now the male bees are utterly useless apart from having sex, so they do nothing.
They don't complain.
Will he find his way back himself?
Oh yes. Oh, if he doesn't, he'll go to a drone mating site somewhere. I'd like to find another one. I can point out the differences. They've got much larger eyes, those, much bigger wings. When they fly, they can look a bit odd as well. So that, just in conclusion, go on, down you go, down you go, down you go, down you go, down you go. In conclusion then, this hive is disappointing because I've let them swarm, which is very bad of me, about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Very unusual for them to swarm in early April, very good. This spring is incredibly early, it's amazingly early. And that's really why I made a mistake, because I just didn't expect to swarm so early. But the inspection's gone well. It's confirmed exactly what I thought. It's confirmed that, unfortunately, the colony is queenless. So there is a queen cell. And that means in about 4 to 5 weeks' time, there'll be new bees being born from her. Quite a long time, because that means there won't be any new foraging bees in this hive until about 2.5 months, which means the entire summer honey production for me, greedy beekeeper, has gone.
You said there's a lot of honey there.
There's a lot in the bottom box, but the bees need honey, so
So you
I need to leave honey for them at the winter time.